Squad, welcome to the spooky list.
Special Halloween edition.
I'm scared already.
The list is great. And today our topic is villains.
Villains. I'm Harry.
I'm Nick.
I don't know who I am anymore, dude.
We're having an
Who am I,
existential
dude?
problem.
I
I'm Steve.
Steve's never know who they are.
I'm other Steve.
Yeah. And this is the list. Top 5 villains. For those of you just tuning in,
What's Webster got to say about villains?
well, I was going to say, what is this podcast?
What does Webster say?
What is anything?
So what we do is we just sit around and we list things and go through our top 5s of different subjects.
Yeah, the list our top 5, either whether they be favorites or just whether we think they're the best or the worst or whatever,
Yeah.
We've done it before and we'll do it again.
It's never
Try
gonna
and
end.
stop us.
Did we just want to get right into what a villain is?
Yeah, let's hear the
What
definition.
is a villain?
So, a villain, a character in a film, novel, or play whose evil actions or motives are important to the plot.
Ooh.
It's nice and simple because something I also wanted to get into is, a villain is, an American writer named Ben Bova, in his book, Tips for Writers, in the real world, there are no villains. No one actually sets out to do evil. Fiction mirrors life.
You
Or
sure
more
about that?
accurately, fiction serves as a lens to focus on what they know in life and realities into sharper, clearer understanding for us. There are no villains cackling and rubbing their hands in glee as they contemplate their evil deeds. There are only people with problems struggling to solve them.
I don't know.
I think it's a very
disagree.
positive outlook.
It sounds to me like Harry's never been married.
No, what I'm saying, though, is it's only a villain in the perspective of the storyteller. Do you know what I mean?
Right. No one says like, "Oh, I'm the villain."
I
But-
mean, poor writing,
Bullshit, man.
sure.
Bullshit.
no, but in the real world.
Well,
people
from their
are-
perspective, they're trying to do good.
Well, we're specifically going for, I guess, fictional characters. I mean, that's
Well, that's
I guess
what a
we didn't
villain is.
specify that originally with this
Even-
list, but
Yeah, a villain is fiction.
Okay.
So the term villain comes from it's English from the French Anglo, which is Old French, bound to the soil by a villa, worked on the equivalent of a plantation in late antiquity. So someone tied to the soil, someone working. I don't know.
Tied to the soil, that's Dracula.
so it sounds like village, like
Yeah, villa. Yeah.
Interesting.
So that's where the word comes from. And the modern villain is actually Shakespeare kind of perfected that, with the three-dimensional, other than just the monster or whatever.
Right. Okay. Yeah. All right. We're gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna come back. We're gonna go right into the list.
We're gonna roll some fucking dice, kid.
That's right.
Oh, hey, guys. Sorry, I was sleeping over there.
Wake up, Harry, wake up.
Like, I'll come in.
we're not awake at all yet.
I thought we
man.
were still checking things
We
out.
won't be here so fast.
all brains are fried today.
Yeah, good way to come back in. This is
Whoa,
how we're feeling.
we are back.
I'm feeling villainous, to be honest with you.
And
Ruthless.
wait a minute.
Ah, Jesus.
Villains.
Turn your headphones down.
Yeah, someone turn me down.
Is there a way to
Turn them shits down.
Yeah, the controls are right down there. You
fucking I'll
got it.
die.
Yeah, whatever.
I can turn this.
We'll live,
I
we'll
can
live.
turn down the master too. So.
No, you're good.
All right. So right now, folks, we roll to see what order we go in. Because it matters. And it does matter.
That's a big deal.
It does matter.
Does it matter?
All right.
It's like a game show.
Here we go.
Oh, man.
I got a 10.
That's
What?
a good. No, is that a bad roll?
It's a good roll.
Oh, that's
it's
a
the best
good
one
roll.
you can get.
Number 1.
Here you go, Stevie.
3,
3.
Just roll for me.
Okay. A 10.
10.
Oh,
So
well,
me
now
and
we got to
Steve,
fight.
I
dude.
tied.
Yes.
Roll for me.
Roll for you. 8.
And someone want to explain?
Wait, are they gonna tiebreaker?
We also have to roll in.
We always have a
Oh,
special
right,
guest,
right,
or
right.
it's a new thing we're having a special guest.
That's right.
Last time we had who did we have last time? Brian.
Dan?
Brian P.
Dan.
Yeah.
Dan from outside.
He was also known as
Dan,
AKA
Dan today,
Dan,
too.
Dan that lives in the tent outside.
And this week we got Jim West, my brother.
Jim West.
My
All right,
brother.
so
Rolling in
we're
Jim.
rolling in Jim. All right, so 4.
So,
So me and Steve have to
Yeah,
roll
do
off.
a tiebreaker roll.
Here we go. 6.
Yeah,
You wanna
I'll
roll
roll
for-
for Steve. 3. Sorry.
All right, so it goes.
Yeah. Was anyone paying attention?
Yeah.
Kind of. It goes
Do you want to type it on your
you,
computer
right?
there? Yeah, it goes.
Nick, Steve,
then
Harry, Jim,
Jim.
no, and then me.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
I just want to clarify, it's not Jim McCloskey. His
Jim
name is-
West,
it's
Desperado.
Jim West.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Who?
Well,
that
then,
dog
yeah,
guy, right?
because that's his actual
Stealing
name.
my-
Dr.
it's his
West.
Yeah,
actual
did
name.
he
Dr.
steal that
West.
name? You
Stealing,
can't
stealing names.
You can get arrested for name thievery.
You know who might do that?
A villain.
Villains.
I'm gonna steal some names.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me your names.
All right, so I'm gonna kick this thing off,
Kick it off.
Kick it.
and we're getting ready here.
Number 5.
Little Count
Oh, that was
Dracula.
great, dude.
Counting
5
us in.
villains.
So my number 5, I went with the Headless Horseman from The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, the Disney version of it.
Okay.
So it originally came out in 1949, but
Yeah.
then it was like It was like The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad.
Sure, it was a double feature because they're each only 45 minutes long.
Is this
Right, yep,
animated or
yep.
live action?
It was animated,
Okay.
yeah.
I know it's a good one.
And then
Can't trust a headless dude.
and then it came back out like separately on its own in like 1958, I think.
Particularly that
How does he
version.
ride the
Yeah.
horse?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
How does he see where he's
But
going?
yeah, it's just because like the whole time they like talk, there's like the legend about him, and he's talked about the whole time, so you don't actually see it till the end of the story. But I just like that whole scene where Ichabod's going into the woods and he's every little thing spooking him. He's seen all the creepy
yeah.
shit, and he just left this party where his rival was trying to scare him and like get him really spooked with the story. So he had to go through these woods that's haunted by the headless horseman.
Are either of you familiar with this animated?
Sleepy Hollow.
I am absolutely not.
Johnny Depp. That's
I know
that's all I can
about the
think of.
headless horseman.
Okay.
He's got no head, and he rides a horse. And
Yep.
I don't trust anyone that can ride. I guess he's putting it all up to the horse, I guess. I don't know.
What if the headless horse? That'd be fucked,
The
dude.
headless horse and
gross.
horseman.
That tale actually comes from Germany.
The headless horse or the headless horseman?
Well, the idea of a headless horseman,
Yeah.
and what it was is the Revolutionary War. Did you have stuff on this?
talking
Well,
about
a little
like a
bit. I
centaur
mean,
without
he
a
was
head?
like supposedly he was like a Hessian who had been
Hessians.
killed by his head was removed by a cannonball.
Oof. But his horse
supposedly,
kept
so-
going.
So yeah, but anyway, that's where he came from. But I just really liked that because he was like, I remember just being a kid and watching that and being
Yeah.
so fucking creeped out.
That's-
It like
yeah.
scared the shit out
He's
of me.
got
you
a
know?
black horse, and it goes up, and the lightning
Yeah,
strikes.
and he's got that laugh, that kind of evil cackle.
He's holding a pumpkin and throwing it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought, and if he hits you with the pumpkin, your head comes off too.
Oh, you're
Something
done.
like that. You're
The
done.
you're
pumpkin
all
ain't
done.
taking my fucking head off.
Well, if he throws it, he's got good aim.
Fuck, I don't believe it.
Have you seen Sleepy Hollow with Johnny Depp?
I don't really remember it
Classic.
too well
I think
though.
it's a musical, and he slits people's throats.
Yeah. The demon horseman of Fleet Horse.
But specifically for
It's a
me,
great
it was
one.
just that from the cartoon.
Yeah.
So
Hell yeah.
Good one.
Who's Steve? You're
Steve.
up.
I'm number
is
3,
next.
right? I'm next?
Yeah,
yeah,
because
you're-
Oh, shit.
you were tied with
Oh, because I
first.
tied with Nick, so I'm
Yeah,
ahead
yeah.
of all you. I thought when I
Yeah.
re-rolled. All right, that's perfect. Fuck all you motherfuckers. All right, so
The way
my
with
number
words.
5 villain is that fucking psycho dude with the silly haircut from
Donald Trump?
No Country from Old Men.
Oh, yeah.
Anton Chigurh.
Whoa.
Anton Sugar, whatever the fuck his name is. He's got the,
Anton
he's got the
Chigurh.
cattle nail gun.
So what happens if
That dude's sick.
what happens if he just stole one of mine? Who gets points?
You gotta kill yourself.
Do I?
Yeah,
Can I
You
go
have
home?
negative 1,000 points.
Can I go
right
home
now,
now?
dude?
Do I get to go home now?
Well,
You're done, kid. You're done.
yeah, you
Rachel, step
lose the
up.
points.
I lost a point. All
Yep.
right, cool.
Yep.
Thanks a lot, Steve.
What number was that for you?
It was number 4.
Oh,
Number
so he
4.
loses 4
You-
points.
No,
No,
you
you-
lose 400 points.
That's a
Yeah.
great one though. And have you read the book or just seen
I
the
did
movie?
read the book. I like to read books. I know you wouldn't know that or think that by looking
No,
at
you,
me.
you
but
look like a book reader.
I'm into. I
you
used
got
to
those
be
funny
into books.
glasses. You look like you read books.
You ain't playing basketball, folks.
I don't look like I'm playing sports. If you seen me, 275 pounds of book reading truck driver
You
right
look
here.
like a guy that can read a book.
Yeah, no, I read some books. No, he's either way, the movie, the book. That guy's a fucking psycho.
I think the movie's
And he
better than the book.
kind of
honestly.
makes my skin crawl. A little
Nick,
bit.
are you familiar with this?
Nope. nope.
Ooh,
You didn't see the
You
book
should
of
see
the
that
movie?
movie.
I think I've seen it. Honestly, I just
Yeah.
don't remember
No,
it
I
at
just-
all.
Oh, man.
like
Coen
a
Brothers, it's a
fucking
classic.
sick killer, dude. He kills everyone he comes across.
and he has like no backstory, no
And
nothing. He
would
just
you-
appears.
Steve, would you explain the weapon of choice?
Well, I mean, his original
yeah.
weapon is he has this like air operated
cow
fucking thing
puncher.
for shooting cows in the head that they use in slaughterhouses.
yeah.
And like it's so unassuming that like one of the guys he kills with it, he's like, he's got a cop car because he choked the cop to death and took his car, and he like pulls this guy over, and he's like, "Step out of the car, sir." And he's got the thing in his hand. It looks like a mini keg with a hose coming off it, and he's like, "Look at the thing," and he like puts it right up to the guy's head, and the guy just stands there and fucking is like, "Okay," and he's dead. Like, oh, dude, that's
great
yeah.
villain. I'm
crazy.
surprised
I
it's
love, oh, can I say my favorite scene is when he's in the convenience store and the clerk, and he makes him call it the coin toss, and he's like, "What am I calling?" He's like, "Just call it. Like you don't get to know what you're calling." Like this, I feel like it's very, what's the word? He's like an idea.
It makes my fucking skin crawl, dude.
But it's symbolic. Like he's an idea. He's the idea of death. He's unavoidable. He's like the Terminator. You can't get away
Absolutely.
from him.
sure.
He's a great character. It's just an
The
awesome.
Woody Harrelson.
All right.
All right, yeah.
All right,
That was a good one though.
Yeah, no, yeah.
that's a great one. I had that on
Anton
my
Sugar.
list. Javier Bardem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
stuff, good stuff.
okay, who's up next?
Harry West is up next.
My number 5. I had a literary one. I suppose
Ooh, nice.
he's actually coming out in a new miniseries as Randall Flagg.
Shit.
Oh,
There we go.
Did I get your point?
Yeah, you know you got me.
No points for me.
Oh, damn.
That was on my honorable mentions though.
That was my number fucking... well, I got him at 3.
I think we're gonna have
So
a
are
lot
we-
of repeats.
Are
in
we?
here.
Probably on this
Me and
one,
him
yeah.
have the same amount of points since he stole one and he stole one of me and you
this-
stole one of you.
Yeah, both negative 1,000,000.
Yeah.
There's gonna be no more.
That's a
Steves.
lot of points.
There's gonna be no more Steves on this podcast.
No country for
Old Steve.
It's already 3 too many.
No Steve's for old country.
So yeah, what did I say? Mine was Randall Flagg.
Flagg.
Yeah.
So which iteration
which
of Flag?
which Randall Flagg?
Well, no, it's just villains. It doesn't necessarily
It's
have to.
general.
I took it as villains as a whole, like.
Oh yeah, but do you have any
multiple
notable
portrayals.
like favorite
Ah.
parts or favorite things that he's?
I liked him in the original miniseries. I like him in The Stand. He's the bad guy in all the Stephen King books. A lot of
Not
them.
all of them,
Okay.
but yeah, he's frequently
But he
a bad
plays
guy.
a part in the whole
He's
Stephen
not
King
the
universe.
devil, but he basically is the devil.
Like the
Yeah,
personification
in
of
the
it.
Yeah.
Gunslinger, they actually talk about his origins. They talk about him as a child for a bit.
Sure.
And like, spoiler alert, they fucking kill him in the Gunslinger, and it's fucked up, man. Like that's one of them scenes that also fucking creep me the fuck out.
He's in a lot of books. He's in a couple movies. Matthew McConaughey has played him.
Right?
That's
And
kinda-
who played him in? Didn't like Steven Weber? Who played him in the miniseries?
I forget.
I don't
his
know. He had a
name.
mullet, and that guy really was great. Like,
Yeah,
he was good.
I've never seen him in anything else.
And who's playing him in the new one?
Skarsgård,
Oh.
Eric from True Blood.
Yeah.
The same guy who's been playing all the.
No, that's his
Skarsgård-
brother.
That's his little brother. That's in
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
Nice.
who's next?
Classic five.
Yeah.
I believe
Jimmy.
it's Jim.
All right.
it. Oh, yeah, right.
Here we go on this one. Anton Chigurh.
No, are you for real?
Right here.
Wait,
You are not.
I can read you what he says. Devoid of any compassion or real emotion, using a coin flip to determine your fate is cold.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mannerisms, though, are what set him apart, barely speaking, and his ruthlessness.
They're very Charles Bronson,
Excellent.
dude.
oh wait, so you both had that one?
All
Wait, who
three of
had-
us. Jim, Steve, me,
No,
and Jim.
but for number 5.
No,
No.
that was my number 4.
He was my number
Okay,
5.
so
for
both
sure.
of you guys get like, I think you both get double points. Or
I don't
whatever.
understand.
No, because the order that we go in matters.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna get you.
So
points
if
then.
they both get points, the order that we go in wouldn't matter, right?
No, but it's like if you had them at the same one. That's the thing. Is
Right.
if you have them on the same, like, see, it's not.
Yeah, but
your
then the
number 5.
order
Right.
doesn't matter then.
I'm confused in the whole
he
points
gets
thing.
one. No, it's okay.
Let's
We
keep
all
going.
get-
You have negative
This
300.
is like,
He's got negative 200.
Nice.
He's got negative 350.
What, is
Right,
this from
yeah,
another
that makes
thing where I
sense.
stole from him? Is that what you're talking about? Like,
Oh, is this a running tally or is this episode
I don't
by
know
episode?
how it goes.
I
At some
got it
point-
all up here. Don't worry about
Anybody
it.
watch
yeah, yeah.
Whose line is it anyway, dude?
Too
Yeah,
concerned.
exactly.
You know what I'm talking about.
My fucking line.
All right. Did we cover enough, Anton?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to do my number 5. How about that? And I had a literary one. I had Kathy Ames / Kate Trask from East of Eden, John Steinbeck. She's like the most chilling fucking character I've ever read on the page. She's fucking no...
On the page.
Dude, on the page,
I
man.
love
Well, I don't know. They've made movies of it, but I haven't seen any of these movies or anything. But she is like devoid of any fucking like care or any kind of like remorse or anything. She kills her own parents. She doesn't. She like mothers these 2 kids, and she doesn't tell which of the brothers is the father. And the kids grow up and they don't meet her. She goes and like works in a whorehouse and then kills the boss of the whorehouse. She just does this cold-blooded shit the whole book. She has no remorse, no feeling.
It's gonna sound terrible.
They, like-
Sounds like a pretty good villain.
Oh, she's
really-
so it's a good villain, and the way he describes her in the book, John
villain.
Steinbeck starts off with her being like a person, but the descriptions of her as she gets older like start to turn into like animal descriptions, like she bites a guy like a dog, and like the way the character's written
she's
changes
just
into like animalistic like descriptions as the book goes on. It's pretty wild. I don't know. I think it's a great villain. One of the first that I thought of for this list, and
It's funny too because
Very good.
chilling,
Women are
dude,
great
scary
villains.
stuff.
They're very
I
rarely
feel bad.
villains.
I'm not familiar, but it sounds very interesting.
Yeah, good
Well, that's
stuff.
part of what we're
Yeah,
doing. You know,
it's
we're
part of
trying
the
to learn
joy.
about other
Things
things.
like words.
Yeah. Oh, can I throw in one other thing about it?
Sure.
When the book's old, East of Eden's kind of an older book, and I guess when it came out, that people said that the villain like had no motive or no, she just did like these crazy random things for no reason. But I feel like nowadays, like that's not weird. Like it wouldn't be a detraction of the book to say like the character's evil for evil's sake. You know what I mean? How they said that at the time.
Yeah.
But I feel like now that's like a thing. Like I feel like that's where it comes from. That basis of a character that's just evil for evil's sake, doesn't really have a motive, just pure cold-blooded. I
She
feel like-
is.
yeah. And that was a detraction of the book at the time, but I feel like now that's a normal thing for a character,
Sure.
or
They're
a more normal thing for
an
a character.
archetype. Let's
Right.
not name any.
No, I'm not. But
We're
I'm
in
just
the middle
saying
of the
that
list.
now I feel like
I'm
from
gonna name
that
so many.
is where it started out. I don't know.
No, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
that's my number 5.
We should acknowledge Steve took his shirt off.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's not ignore
No,
the
let's
elephant in the room.
Let's never look back,
Hey,
guys.
I'm not an elephant. Jesus, I'm more of a cow.
Oh,
All right, let's just move on to number 4. We're on a roll.
I believe
On a
we are.
roll.
We'll take a break after that.
Number 4. Number 4.
Spooky.
Ooh, man.
John Carpenter over here.
I think I'm going to take my shirt off next.
That's
gonna
gonna
put-
get really scary in
I'm
here.
gonna put more on.
My number 4, I went with kind of like, it's not just like one character, but a whole group of characters that I think we might have talked about it at some point in the recent weeks. Is the
Intriguing.
aliens from Mars Attacks.
Oh, awesome.
great one.
Nice, dude.
Yeah,
I love it.
I
Classic.
like how they show up and they're like friendly. They even there's that scene where he's at like the podium with a bunch of people.
Well,
And,
they trick him a little
yeah,
bit.
like trick him. They pull something out that's like
What
silly. Or,
do they reveal their motive at any point?
Oh, they're just dickheads.
no, yeah, I don't
it's
think so.
awesome.
Can anyone do the voice?
So. Yes. Yeah. But they're like, he fucks with him. He does. The one guy is at the podium. And he like pulls out something silly, and they all like laugh. They're like, oh, but the air is pretty tense. And then he like busts out his fucking ray gun and just starts fucking blasting everybody and fucking killing everyone.
Red and green skeletons.
and then-
Very Christmas.
Yeah,
time.
and that's just like from there on out, it's just fucking all out war. And I don't know. I thought it was pretty crazy.
That's a good one.
That's an excellent one. I didn't even think of that. I love those aliens. I love how like the design of them, how they look in the movie.
they
the
look
suits,
so
like
fucking
I like the
creepy,
one with
like
the big
giant
fucking
brain
tits.
Yeah.
looking things with that. Their eyes are just.
it's a very
bulging out.
iconic looking alien. It's like one of my favorite depictions of an alien from like a movie or
I
something.
love it.
Plus-
It's so retro.
It is
Yeah,
retro,
yeah.
and not only that, I love the spaceships when they go by. They just disintegrate things, and like you see the bones for a second, and then they turn to ash.
Yeah.
Very like cartoony,
Campy.
Yeah,
campy,
yeah.
but at the same time straight to the point. Like
Right.
If I may.
I mean,
if I may.
it's a little horrifying too. I mean, when you think,
Yeah.
if you were to, put yourself and be like, if that actually happened,
dude,
I mean, you have no
terrifying.
say in what happens. You just stand there, and all of a sudden, you're just you're gone.
Disintegrated.
Like,
Who's
you're up
in?
there
It's
singing
like-
your song.
That's a great
it's not
answer, Nick.
unusual, and you turn
Thanks.
around, and your backup singers have been replaced by them freaks. And Jesus Christ!
well,
That
not
was
only
it.
Well, he should have sang that other song that goes.
I really
knew
like
that would
I
kill
really
him?
like that answer because I think it sums up just any B horror movie
Oh,
villain
yeah, that's like the
monster.
epitome of the B horror
and
alien.
it's such like an amalgamation of like all that. Just
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a great,
Hell yeah.
great
What of a
answer.
flick,
Awesome
too.
answer.
All right.
Steve is next.
Steve.
That's me again.
Yes.
You again.
Me again. All right. Jesus. I really hope this doesn't. I hope some of our answers are different, but one of the scariest books, and I know West happens to agree with me. It's one of the scariest books. Is Salem's Lot, and the vampire from Salem's Lot. Not the movie. I don't actually like the movie, and I know that a lot of people do. But Kurt Barlow from Salem's Lot, the book, is one of the scariest fucking villains I know of because he's just turning people into mindless vampire zombies, and it's fucking scary, man.
I'm scared.
He's pretty evil too.
He's
pretty evil.
viciously evil. He takes the stairs out in
He,
that
like-
one scene, so they're like, we know where he is, and they gotta rush down the stairs to kill him, and the stairs are gone. There's like punji sticks or something.
And part of what
Whoa,
drives him
whoa.
is just to torment people mentally.
Oh, he's vicious.
Like
he's a vicious
he'll
cunt.
kill one of your parents and be like, maybe the other one.
No, he
that's not
smashed the
necessarily.
kids'
Like
parents' heads
toying
together.
with
Yeah,
Like
Some
fucking
psychological shit going
yeah,
on.
definitely.
Yeah.
He leaves notes for him sometimes.
It's definitely if you read, that's the scariest
Well,
Stephen King book.
Here's the thing: is what's his partner's name is familiar.
I can't fucking remember for the
I've-
life of me, but
he's
in the
a-
movie, he's really scary.
I have never seen the movie.
The movie, I don't recommend it. And if you really like it, I don't recommend it. If
Well,
you've
there's
never read the
two.
book, I recommend the movie.
The guy from Wings is in one of the guys from Wings.
No, that's the
hit-
Shining.
Tony Shalhoub?
No, I wish.
No, the good guy in in the remake is Rob Lowe, and the bad guy is
Rob
what's his
Suck.
na- The bad Kurt Barlow is cast really awesome, but it's a shitty movie. He's cast the dude from Blade Runner. Like I saw like a billion like a
Basically, it's just a retelling of Dracula. Like
it's a modern day Dracula.
yeah,
Yeah,
a small town in Maine, but it's also an allegory for small towns dying.
yeah.
Wait, a Stephen King book takes place in a small town in Maine?
No
Yeah.
way.
I don't believe you.
Oh yeah.
I don't believe
Big
you.
surprise!
This ain't the Regulators.
Dun, dun,
motherfucker.
dun. Really, M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah,
that
right.
one.
Whoa, twist ending.
The top 5 Stephen King townships. Like just Castle Rock. That's all there is.
That's a great answer, Steve. 'cause,
Yeah, that was a good one.
Even
I
Dracula.
thought you might have it, and I risked it anyway.
close. I just reread that book
'Cause he's
recently too. That's
fucking
the scariest
terrifying.
book I've ever read.
Damn, I gotta read
It
this
really
one.
is. It's terrifying. I lived in Cumberland, Maine, which is the county right next
It's
to
his
where
second book
Salem's
ever,
Lot's
too.
supposed to be.
Yeah, it's an early one. What was
Yeah.
his first one? Carrie?
Carrie's his first one.
All right.
Nice.
Moving
Nicely
on.
done. Harry West is up next.
Oh, am I now? My number 4 is also a Stephen King character.
Nice.
A little more familiar, Pennywise.
Oh, nice.
Almost had him.
Do you have a favorite iteration of Pennywise?
The
Tim
book
Curry.
is the scariest,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I like all three between the book and the 2 movies, or 3 movies.
It's terrifying. In the
I love Tim Curry. He's great.
Tim Curry is great as
Tim
it.
Curry is wonderful.
And the new one, that first movie, the second one's,
The second one kind of sucked.
but the
They could
first
have
one,
made one movie.
yeah, they could have made one movie, but
But he was good. It was
he was
Skarsgård.
Skarsgård was real good.
Skarsgård was good.
Plus,
I'm just a Tim Curry fan.
Pennywise is evil, like incarnate. You know what I mean? He's
Right.
like a goat. You know.
He causes all the bad things that happen in the town
Yeah.
over time, over like
No.
I
He's
love-
not necessarily the clown.
I love the new
No, he
movie.
can take any form.
Oh, okay.
The new movie.
I saw.
included-
I mean, I never read the book. I
Killing
saw the movie, like the original movie,
Yeah, with
I should check out the
a
new
long
one.
time
long
ago.
time ago,
You know, yeah.
and you know of the idea.
Yeah.
And I mean that's a good villain where you've never read or seen
Right.
the piece of work
Oh,
or
yeah.
a long time ago, and you still are familiar. That's
The
a
terror
yeah.
he instills in these kids, and then they grow up, and when the guy calls them to bring them back, like they all have like, oh my god, they have like almost nervous. I don't. It's a little.
They have all
it's
flashbacks
funny
of all
in the
this
new
stuff.
movie. The second movie's all right. Like I really in the book, what really like stuck with me is one of the guys like goes into his bar after he gets the phone call and orders a glass of Jack Daniels.
Yeah,
just,
and he
like,
pays with those coins, those
and
weird
plays-
coins.
Yeah, but he just chugs the entire glass, and the bartender's like, "You're gonna fucking die." And he's like, "I hope so. I have to go home."
That was
Like-
fucked. That part was really scary when they call up everyone and oh man, that whole thing, that book's pretty freaky.
The book is really freaky.
Yeah.
I read it once a year. That and The Stand. I have a problem.
That's a good one.
I read The Stand once every 6 months.
All right, so moving on. Who's next?
Jim West.
Jim West. Okay, number 4. I'm not familiar with this one, but Gustavo Fring.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
from
Breaking Bad.
Breaking
Yeah.
Bad, yeah.
His calmness makes him one of the most unnerving characters ever conceived. I'm seeing a theme here. He doesn't like calm people. I must have done something to him.
Sweet, dude. I get along good with Jim then. He never has to worry about me.
I don't trust these two calm people.
No,
Something's up with them, man.
So is the quiet ones
I must
you
have
gotta
done
look out
something when
for.
we were kids.
Gustavo Fring is one of the best death scenes.
Yeah.
I mean, that
Oh,
would
that
be a
one's so
crazy
cool.
death scene
Yeah, that's
when they
cool.
blow up the wheelchair and he's all half his face is
Yep.
gone.
Yeah, that
that
was
reveal
cool.
is so dope.
I'm not
Yeah.
familiar.
Yeah.
Oh, God. It's
Can I tell
fucked.
you? Well, we spoiled it already. Can I tell you what happens?
Yeah, I watched some of Breaking Bad. I was like, this just isn't for me.
Well, what they do to get him is they put a bomb in a wheelchair and they bring him into where the wheelchair is, and the guy detonates the bomb in the wheelchair, and the room blows up. But Gustavo Fring walks back out of the room, and you think he's fine. He turns his head,
Pans, yeah.
fucking skeleton. Half of his face is skeletonized, and then he's dead.
The old,
Yeah.
That's it.
take me home, and then his legs
Take
are
me
blown
home,
off.
country road,
Yeah.
and there's no road. There's no country
All right.
for old men.
I know that's a good one. I like that.
Roads.
The end. Where we're going, we don't need no country for old roads.
And,
Oh, it's my turn.
yeah, Stevie.
Hey, back to me.
Good time.
Number 4. Oh no, this is the one that I already did. Anton Chigurh.
Oh right. Okay.
So do I just skip?
So
a
he was
turn?
mean.
Yep.
We'll
Yep.
talk about how mean he was again. Mean guy. Mean
Oh,
guy.
he's a
High
mean.
fives
Oh
to
wait,
him.
we didn't
Mean,
talk
mean,
about his
mean.
haircut. His haircut's pretty cool.
Oh, dude, he's got the Prince Valiant cut.
He's got a really
so
cool
you're like,
haircut.
I can't
Oh,
take
God.
this dude seriously.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Crazy haircut. We didn't
Plus,
talk about that.
Josh Brolin's in that movie. He's dreaming.
I have a man crush on Josh Brolin.
Josh
for
Brolin's the
real.
man.
I'll watch anything with Josh Brolin in it. Anything.
By the way, every time you hear the sound drop, you gotta do the villains thing.
The sound drop.
Villains.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be back with our 2 and
Three?
3.
And
Not
one-
necessarily
and
in
then
that order.
Hold on, let me get my fingers out.
From Pennywise the Clown to the Mars Attacks alien sound, we are here with The List is Great, going over our top 5 favorite villains. I'm scared of doors, dude.
Hello?
It's time.
The lights just flickered.
Whoa, that's so
Whoa.
spooked, man.
That's a sound sample from everyone's favorite horror movie,
I don't
Hall
know.
of Doors. All
was
creaky doors.
From the Doors movie starring Jim Morrison.
I don't know if I signed up. I don't know if I signed up for this.
From the Doors movie directed by Oliver Stone.
When I get scared, I'm coming into your bed, Nick.
Ooh.
These samples
No
are
shirts
a
allowed.
little too scary.
Yeah, I mean, we only have a queen, so it's a little.
I don't care.
Might get a little tight.
I'm gonna get a little scared. These samples are gonna give me.
It's all right.
nightmares.
It's all
I'm
right.
scared.
It'll be okay.
All right, number 3.
Number 3.
I'll get you a nice warm glass of milk.
Yum.
Oh, I guess I'm first.
Yes, sir.
It's never happened before. I've never been first. So my number 3, I went with Bill the Butcher, or
Ooh, nice.
from Gangs of New York,
Ooh.
who technically was a real
Was he actually a
person.
butcher?
Yes,
Yes.
he was.
He's technically he was actually a real person, but in this case it was in the fictionalized Gangs of New York.
Like Hunter
that-
Thompson in
that-
Fear and Loathing.
Best mustache in any movie.
Oh, yeah.
The number
Oh, yeah.
one mustache.
Daniel
If we were
Day-Lewis.
doing top 5 mustaches, that'd be my number 1.
That's a pretty
mean,
good idea
Drinking
for a
milk
list.
gets a lot of fucking mustache points.
I like that one.
And he's kind of what I was getting at earlier. Like, he thinks he's right. He's not trying to be a bad guy.
He's not. Yeah, he's not evil for evil's
Right.
sake. He's doing what he thinks.
Yeah, he's like a nativist,
What is it with
uh,
villains and mustaches?
well, pretty much like a nationalist, really. But he's
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
like very he's super patriotic and he's all about just like Americans and America and whatnot. But he was the leader of he put together a couple gangs and ended up combining them all to like one big gang or bigger gang called the Bowery Boys. But it was like he had people from like the fire departments, like the volunteer
Sure.
fire departments and everything. like,
Original gangster.
all these different people
OG.
from different just jobs and
Sure.
whatever walks of life. They're all part of this group.
The mustache gang.
The mustache.
The mustache
gang.
boys.
But
Sideburns
he was
guys.
just super brutal, and he was all about making a point and making a show of everything to make sure that you were aware that you cannot fuck with him. You know,
Sure.
it's like killing people like
and
in
with the
front of
fucking-
everybody, that kind of thing, like doing stuff, just making it like
The
known.
cleaver.
Yeah.
Bing, and he's like
The
throwing him.
original
Yeah.
Juggalo.
Oh, dude.
No, that's a hatchet, dude.
He's not a guy you would want to fuck with, but
No, Bill the Butcher. That's a great answer.
Oh
Plus,
yeah, I like that.
I don't know that he drives the whole story.
yeah,
He's
he
the best
really
character
does.
in that movie. I
Well,
think.
without he is the character.
It's
in that
crazy
movie.
because he is like he's like the villain, but then they give him that little part, kind of like you start to understand why.
I think any
they
good
try to tell a story.
any good villain, and I think this is something I just realized is any good villain, you see their side, but they're very righteous. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to name other villains.
Self-righteous?
Well, no, not just self-righteous,
you
but
can
just righteous.
To make a point, I mean, you can name whoever, but obviously we're specifically talking about
Yeah, I'm not going to. What if someone
William
oh,
Cutting, Bill the Butcher, but
Yeah, he's very righteous. He believes in what he's doing.
yeah,
And what he's doing is wrong
right,
overall.
yeah, exactly.
But
I just thought he was a great character. He's a
Excellent.
really, really good
excellent.
villain. So
Steve.
who's up? Steve.
We've already covered my number 3, Richard Farragon. He went under a different name when Harry's talking about him, so I don't know. Maybe we can still talk about him, but
Randall Flagg.
Rich Farragon,
Oh, okay.
Merlin.
Russell Faraday,
The
Merlin,
dark, the dark man.
Randall Flagg. He
man-
goes
the
by
man
many
in black.
names. The Man in Black fled across the desert, and I sat in my house.
Walter O'Dim.
Walter
Yeah,
O'Dim.
Walter.
Okay. All right. So yeah,
He's a
no
bad
points.
guy.
No points. No points. Bad guy. Who's? Oh, Harry.
Harry's
It goes Harry, Jim, then Stevie.
All right. So, my number 3. Dr. Doom.
Nice.
Doctor Doom. I used to have an action figure, Doctor Doom action
He's
figure.
so great. And
Hey, love him in those.
he's
fucking
one
MF
like
Doom
Bill the
novels.
Butcher, where
Yeah, dude.
he thinks he's, and I'm particularly talking about just the comic iteration. The movie ones are just fine. There's nothing that stands out, but
What about what about the old Spider-Man cartoons?
those are good too. You know,
That's where I know him from.
I think
the
that's
one
what-
with
yeah.
where the intro
Sure.
song is like wow 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 wow.
sure,
wow,
the
wow.
old, yeah, the old.
That was like the '90s one though. There was one earlier one and there was a later
Oh.
ones.
Doctor Doom is one of the oldest villains, and he's just so great. He thinks he's doing well, but he never is. And he's one of the smartest guys on Earth. He also knows magic.
Yeah.
And,
The Gathering?
Sure. I don't know. I just love
Of the
his,
Juggalos?
his look.
What gathering are you talking
Magic, The Gathering of the Juggalos.
about? That'd be the best game ever.
I can't wait to not play it.
But that's my number 3, Doctor Doom.
And I love that MF Doom kind of does the whole Doctor Doom thing and uses the samples, and he wears like a metal face mask.
Yeah,
And
the
you fool-
mask and the hood.
You all know who Doctor Doom is, even though none of you read comics. You
Right,
still
yeah.
know
But
who
he's still,
Doctor.
and he's not in any of like the more recent movies.
I just
No,
remember
not at
from,
all.
Dude,
from
I
when I
read
was a
Far
kid.
Side comics
And
like
you know what he
crazy.
looks like?
Yeah.
The metal mask.
Yeah, metal mask. Got a
He's
hood
got
on.
these scarred all over his face.
Calvin and
Oh,
Hobbes,
okay.
man.
I've
Come
only
on, I love comics.
I only remember him with a mask on.
His
so-
origin is real good too. He grew up like gypsies.
And wait, is he in the Dark Tower?
He's in one of the books. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not him. It's robots. There are a bunch of robots they based off him.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, Harry Potter, too.
Right. Yeah. The Sneeches.
Snitches, I don't know.
So that's my number
Nice.
3.
All right, then
Excellent.
Jim.
I guess I'm gonna keep reading.
Do your best
You
Jim
can change your
impression.
voice, dude.
My brother talks a little more like
He
this.
sounds exactly like you.
Yeah, they all do. We're West. What do you want? Hold on. Okay, number 3. Oh, this one's interesting. I'll see what you guys think. Is Leonard Shelby
Oh, I know that.
from the movie Memento. He
Oh,
uses
shit,
injury and memory loss problems to make up his own sadistic narrative about revenge.
Don't listen to his lies.
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I would say that Teddy's the
Oh, is it Teddy?
But
Teddy's
you think
Teddy's the villain.
Teddy was telling the truth the whole time. If you remember the end of the movie, he's the one
Not
who killed.
necessarily.
He's the one who killed his wife.
Was he?
No, it's never
no,
said that explicitly.
no. I don't know, man.
Well,
No, I disagree. I think Leonard Shelby is more of an anti-hero.
They
than
don't
a
know
villain.
who killed his wife, and Teddy just kind of took advantage.
You think he's more of an anti-hero?
I'd say so, yeah, because he's still he is the protagonist, and they never explicitly say what happens. It's all
no,
just.
I
like,
was led to. I would agree with my brother. I was led to believe that he killed his own wife. Do you know the movie?
Yeah, I
Nick?
know.
I
but they
do know the
show-
movie. I saw it a
also
couple
read the
times,
book.
but I
He's
don't really
freaking-
remember like
my-
in detail like what you
Jim
know.
West is saying that he.
They show a flash
main
in the
character.
end
That
where
the-
it looks like he's giving his wife the insulin because she's
No, that's-
the.
that's-
Remember Sammy Jenkins? Remember he's got it
Yeah,
on his
Sammy
hand.
Jenkins.
Well, that's
And
a
then
tough.
it flashes to him being Sammy Jenkins and he keeps
Oh
injecting
yeah,
his
he
wife.
was Sammy Jenkins.
No, I don't
or
think
something.
necessarily he was.
Jeez, that was confusing.
It's very
shit.
open ended. There's
right.
no real answer to the movie.
So that's
That's a-
Well,
All right.
I'll
no
give it to
points
him,
given.
It's a.
No, I get it.
Yeah, you have your fucking.
It's a
points.
tough one though because like I mean if he's the protagonist but he's also
and
is he
his
the
motives are
villain, though?
pure. He doesn't have negative motives. If
But
anything, his
I thought
motives
we
are
thought-
So that
pure.
would that be an anti-villain then? Is that
Maybe.
the anti-villain that
Anti-villain.
you were
An
talking about?
anti-villain? He's a.
I did
I don't
even.
think-
I did
I
not
don't know, I
read
don't
the
think he's a
definition of anti-villain. I can though.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I mean, I think we might have to get into that
I guess if
just to
he's-
decide whether or not this one, you know,
Is that a
because
thing?
Yeah, but
I've
the-
never
yeah,
heard
it
of
is.
anti-villain
I looked it up
before.
because Harry mentioned it, and
Well,
I already forget.
The sympathetic villain or anti-villain is one whose typical traits of a villainous character but differs in their motives. Their
Okay.
intentions to cause
So-
chaos or commit evil actions is driven by ambiguous motivation or is driven by intent to cut or is not driven by
Ambiguously
intent to cause
something
evil.
Motive.
So that's tough
Maybe.
to say.
His motives are pure. Leonard Shelby does not have any. He's not doing evil.
Right? He
Right?
doesn't think that.
Well, how often?
Right.
How
He's a-
often he chooses to not remember though at the end?
Yeah, but there's that one part where he's just like,
Kind
"Oh fuck it,
of.
I'm killing this dude," and just writes it on the
He
card.
chooses his
yeah.
own evil.
Okay, you're kind of swaying me here.
His own evil, because remember, he's like,
And at
oh,
the
I-
end, he's like, "I can make you you're a John G too. Like I
Yeah.
can make anyone a John G."
Exactly.
Okay. He does turn at the end. All right, I'll give you.
Goes
that. I'll
heel.
give you that. I'll give you that.
he's not a good dude.
okay.
He's using.
Well, he is
And
throughout most of the movie. His
that's what
motives are pure. He wants to find him and kill him. It says
That's
it
what-
right on his fucking chest.
That's what Jim. Yeah, but that's what Jim said.
I should
okay.
get
It's
that
Well,
in the
tattooed.
end.
then is
Yeah.
that a little bit of that misleading type thing? You know, like,
I suppose it's just a different type of. deep down he's bad because he wants to forget, and he's using
He's
that.
bad to the bone, I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But not
sure.
on the surface, he's not. But deep down, he's
Okay.
bad to the bone.
All right. That's a pretty
Bad.
good one. I mean, that one got us.
Bad.
That one got us talking. So I think.
I'll give him that.
Right.
All right. Yeah. That's a point.
That's
Points.
definitely a point.
Yep.
5 to
10
3 to
points.
6 to 9.
10 points, 25 or 6 to 4.
Did you
All
get?
right.
Wait, is that all the scores? Did you write them all down?
No, that's a Chicago song.
8, 6, 7, 5, 3, 9.
5,000, 2,500, 600.
54, 46. That's my number.
All right, it's my turn.
Yeah. Yes. Steve.
Here we go. Number 3. Oh, I hope I'm stealing this from one of you motherfuckers. Colonel Hans Landa from
No.
Inglorious Bastards.
Yes. So good.
Not stealing it from anyone?
Nope.
Nope.
Ah,
Oh,
man.
so good.
Is it on,
Of all-
is it on Jim's list?
I thought about it.
Of my
No.
list, I thought that was the one that was going to get someone. But
That's a.
Hans Landa,
I love when he
Hans
chokes
Landa.
that bitch.
He's an insane villain.
Oh, that's
Played by Christoph Waltz.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
In
That's a good
Inglourious
character.
Bastards,
Yeah.
it's such a good character. It's so scary.
What now?
That opening scene
That
where he's
opening scene is one of the scariest
like, oh,
in
it's so
cinema.
tense, dude. You
Tense.
feel tense every time you watch it, and you can watch it a million times and you still feel tense.
I believe that
and
makes
he's
that
looking
movie
through-
count as a western. That opening scene is
Oh,
like
yeah, where it's
straight
it's like a
western.
standoff.
That is good, the bad, the ugly shit.
Yeah, it's
going on
spaghetti
right there.
westerns.
Spaghetti all
Yes,
day.
yeah.
Yeah. Refill me up, waiter, please. I love spaghetti.
No, he is a bad MF.
That's a crazy movie, and I think he's the best character in it. He's scary. He's fucking.
Nah, like
But he does like comedic turns too.
Brad slays
well,
it.
and that's
Who
the
does?
thing.
Brad Pitt slays
I
it.
don't know, man. Christoph Waltz kills it in that movie.
He portrays two different types in that, or at least two different types. You remember the scene where he rages out because at the actress and he kills her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Oh yeah.
That's like an intense horror movie. Type
Yeah, he's
thing.
got some deep-seated shit going on, and not to mention he's Nazi too.
Yeah,
That's
I mean-
never good.
Screams
But-
like a little bitch before he goes to Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah.
Kind of sad.
And I like that. That's the bingo. I don't know. He's just
Yeah,
that's the bingo. Well, we just say bingo.
That's a good one.
that's a great film.
I thought I was
Yep,
stealing it.
really
All right,
good.
well,
He's
yeah,
a
that's
bad
my number
MF.
3.
Tries to speak Italian to them.
Oh, dude, he's
Don't even that
and
shit.
he speaks like 3.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
him as an actor, like he had to learn like what 3 languages for that movie.
I think he should be in a
We
movie.
spoke
I
those
think
already?
Werner Herzog should direct him in a movie.
Yes.
I gotta watch that movie again. I love that scene where they go into the playhouse or whatever, and and
Oh,
Yeah,
the
he
movie
speaks
theater?
Italian
Yeah,
third best. I don't speak Italian. Yeah, that's what I said. Third best.
Say, buongiorno.
Gorlami.
yes, it was the
Dominic
Southern accent saying
Dominic
buongiorno.
Ditoko. Gorlami. Let me hear it again. Gorlami. I love that movie. So good.
It's fantastic. It's one of the
All
best.
right, I think we are on to number 2.
I'm scared of doors. Villains.
I died 8 days ago.
Jim Morrison.
Can I get a villains please from?
Villains.
Thank you. Finally, somebody.
Somebody did.
I'm gonna start taking points away from everybody.
Oh yeah, dude. Villains should have been on top 5 villains. Party foul. Villains a great band.
What? So we're on to
Number 2.
Deuce.
Ladies and gentlemen, step right up. Be the first to witness the world's greatest number 2.
This is awesome.
World's greatest.
Step right up and share with us your number 2.
Clean up an eye on my pants. Some scary stuff.
No, dude. I want to see those number 2.
I don't want to see the number 2.
yeah.
Show me your number 2.
I think we have to clean up Harry's number 2.
Yeah, dude.
So I chose Joffrey Baratheon from Game of Thrones for my number 2.
That's pretty.
Anybody else?
No.
'Cause
Not
I
me.
feel like that's
Good. I could have went the whole list with
just
I
Game
could
of
do
Thrones
every
characters.
list
He
Game
came
of
on my
Thrones.
mind, and I don't know.
Except for album covers. I could
What-
have done Game of Thrones for that.
What is who is he played by? What's his deal?
That little kid from the Batman.
Have you
Begins
never
book.
seen
what the
Game of
hell is
Thrones?
his
No, I
name?
haven't watched Game of Thrones.
I
He's
forget
a
the actor's
shithead.
name.
It's not Dinklage, is it?
No,
He's
he's a
like-
child actor.
He's like the childhood version of Donald Trump.
Yeah, everybody says that he's like a really nice kid, but he plays like the most awful character, one of the most awful characters in that series. So people just hate him because
Oh,
he's
yeah.
like he plays.
Poor guy.
He's such a.
and
good
his face
bad
looks
guy.
like his face looks like he should be bad.
Yeah,
a
he
stuck-up
really
rich kid
does.
face, like
yeah.
a-
Oh,
Yeah, like a-
definitely.
Batman saved him in one of the Batman movies.
Yeah, Batman
mean-
Begins.
So
Oh, he's in the actors in that one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
I
but
never heard of that.
as Joffrey, I mean, he's just like this super, like, just brutal, evil, spoiled kid.
Sadistic.
He,
I love when
yeah,
the midget
sadistic,
strangles
100%, just for his own pleasure. Like he gets
yeah.
off on people, like being in pain and
Sadistic
like
is the
suffering.
best.
Yeah, it
Best
really
word to
is.
describe. How does he get into power? Is he like kill
So
wars
he's,
and people and shit
Well,
to get
so
into power?
His father
he's a
was
prince.
king.
what it
so
is
he gets
that
king.
well, his father wasn't the king. His
No.
father,
Well,
they
the
kind of
person they think his father is.
Yes, they mislead you that so Robert Baratheon is the king and supposedly Joffrey is his son, but as you find out later in the series, is that Joffrey's uncle is actually his
He's
father.
a product of inbreeding.
So yes, he's
Incest. Very popular on the internet today.
yeah. But so anyway,
Ain't
you
talking
know,
about stepsister shit either. It's straight
Ro-
up
Robert-
sister in the pooper.
Robert dies. From like he was hunting and dies from like a
He's
fucking
a big drunk
a
party.
war,
and I
a
relate with
fucking
him.
boar or something like that. A wild boar like fucking skewers him or something. And he ends up dying from his injuries, and
Fat for his
and that's when Joffrey, I believe, ends up coming into power, and yeah, man, he just fucks with people. He kills Eddard Stark,
Yeah.
like has him
And he makes
decapitated and puts his head on a fucking pike along with like all of his like his men and like other people there. So and this on top of that, right? So Eddard's daughter.
Pretty little redhead they give him to fuck and
Yeah,
he doesn't.
yeah. Like he
But he's
wants,
like, look at
so
this.
she wants to like marry the king or whatever. So she goes to like, the castle or whatever the fuck the place is, and Joffrey's like, oh, I have something to show you or whatever, and it's her father's head on a stick with like all of all these people that she knows.
yeah.
So he just fucking gets off on like
He's a little
horrifying
cunt.
people and people suffering and
That's
totally
fucked.
sadistic. That's 100% the word, but.
Evil motherfucker.
Sadistic little kid, man.
And
Yeah.
the good thing is he does get killed eventually with
Sure.
It's
with
very
poison.
satisfying.
Is it- yeah,
watching
is it a
him die.
satisfying
Yeah,
death?
Yeah,
They poison him.
Yep.
And he's like, and you're like, ah, you little fuck.
You
Yep.
little
Have
piece
some of
shit.
that.
So that's my number 2.
Nice,
All right.
nicely done.
Who's up?
That'd be
This
me.
guy, shirtless boy.
All right, so I don't know. I'll probably catch flack on this because I think it's a fictional character. A lot of people in this world don't. But I think
is
one of the
that
greatest villains of all is fucking God. Fuck that guy. Like, I'm
It
serious.
is
I'm
fictional.
sticking to this.
It is fictional,
God's a
and it.
fiction- He's
Yep.
a villain.
Funny.
But anyone that gives little kids cancer in their eyeballs is a fucking villain. I hope he gets hit by a car. Fuck that guy. Or lady, whatever the fuck
Do you have
God
any favorite
is.
like iterations of him from movies or TV, like George Burns from Oh
Uh,
God
well,
You
I,
Devil?
well, I mean, I'd like him if it was Steve Buscemi.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
George
Nah, I don't
Burns,
know.
he's a great actor. Dude.
He's always a dick.
Steve
Fuck
Carell,
that
Jim
guy.
Carrey,
yeah, any of those.
You like,
You don't have a favorite?
The Simpsons.
I love Buscemi as him in the Miracle
That
Workers.
wasn't
I thought
in,
that was
in The
good.
Simpsons. Isn't God the only character with five
Ah, you
fingers?
can't wait
Alanis
6
Morissette?
months. Yeah, no, he's good.
Yeah,
No,
that's Morissette from Dogma.
I don't know. Well, let's go with the straight fiction right out of the book there about him that everyone
Big
loves. The thing where he like
The Big
had-
Book, Infinite Jest.
Yeah, The greatest
Welcome-
story ever told, or whatever that bullshit is. Like they didn't see the fucking Godfather. So he has that bet with the Satan Joe, whatever the fuck the red guy is, and they're like, we're gonna make this guy choose between you, and they like give him herpes and kill his kids and shit, and God's just like, he'll choose me. Fuck that guy, total villain. I hate God. Sorry,
All right.
sorry, everybody that believes in that shit.
Yeah, what percentage of our audience did we alienate?
Probably not many. 'cause
I want to say Steve does not speak for all of us. Does
They don't like God either. Don't listen to this cunt.
I don't know, man. Why you have something different to say?
ah,
You
Bunch
can?
of God
Say-
lovers, are you?
I have no comment.
No, seriously, I'm just.
I just if
I'm
anybody,
just not
my
angry
guns
at
there.
life.
if anybody
so-
wants to know my opinion, just watch Oh God You Devil starring George Burns.
don't think he's all about love. I think he's all about whatever the fuck makes him happy. He's a dick.
All right.
All
Good
right.
number
Hey,
two.
That's my opinion.
I would kind of
That's
assume.
that.
I would almost put that at a number one. Honestly, I mean that's.
No, I got a
You
much
can't
better
get-
I
villain
thought
for
about
number one.
that, and
I
I
got someone I
almost-
like for number
I
one.
almost used it for my number one, but
I like you, Nick. I like you. You're all right. Oh, fuck that guy, though, really. Cancer in children. That guy could suck my dick.
Harry's number two.
Shit. Sorry.
That's how much I didn't like him.
My number two is
I know everyone's speechless.
I said-
No one can follow that. Way to go!
Darth Vader.
Nice.
Yep, that's a good one.
Did I get somebody?
Nope, not me.
Like young Darth Vader or old Darth Vader?
I wanted
which
to.
Vader?
All Darth Vader.
Do you have a favorite Vader?
Killing those little
Or-
kids,
or-
that
I
was
fucking
like-
dude, I hate him in episodes 1 through 3, dude. I can't fucking stand the
The best
character.
Vader scene, in my opinion, is a new one on Rogue One. When
Oh,
at the very
Jesus.
end, he just
That
shows
is
up
terrifying.
and massacres everybody.
Yes.
You seen that?
Yeah.
I
He's
did,
so-
but I
at
don't
the
remember.
very
I
end,
think. I think I didn't
You don't
think I
see
watched
it's not about Vader, but he just
Yeah.
shows up out of nowhere
He's
and
like
just
there for
starts
10
forcing
seconds.
people, everybody against the walls and like slicing
He's
them.
fucking terrifying.
He's just walking too.
It's
Yeah.
not.
It's just
It's
like-
not. It's not like he is fucking terrifying. He's terrifying. Going down that hallway and there's just everyone in the hallway is dead. There's no
Because
hope for
it's
anyone.
right before the
And they all
first
know
Star
it,
Wars
too.
is when that supposedly takes place.
Okay, yeah.
But just Vader in general.
yes, dude.
Yeah. No,
yes,
it's a
Wes.
great one. Really.
James Earl Jones, man.
The only reason why I didn't put that on my list is because I knew somebody else would have it. I was
Yeah,
like 100%.
I went for it.
Seriously.
Yep, that's a
Rogue
good one.
One Vader
Made it
is
up there
the
too. Number 2. I
scariest
mean,
shit.
that's good.
Oh, of course. If you have your own theme music and you're a villain, you should be on a list.
yeah.
Wah, wah. Ugh. It's almost dead, 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 dead.
What's up? You guys think I made somebody's list with my number 2?
I almost put you on my list.
You
I'll be
probably-
honest. I was pretty close to putting Steve.
Which is number 1?
Vader?
That's a good choice.
Oh.
That's your number 1,
No,
Bill?
Bill's talking about Vader the wrestler.
He was on Boy Meets World a bunch, wasn't he?
Vader, he's talking about Vader time.
Jim West.
Jim.
All right, here's a real interesting. He wanted to sound smart, I guess.
Oh, it's getting rough on your brother.
You can
right
say
now.
things like that because he's your brother, right?
Iago from Othello.
Oh, okay, smart guy.
Isn't that like Shakespeare or something?
Yeah,
Isn't
the
that like a
master
board game?
manipulator with no real motives. He's the downfall to every character in Othello and often limited throughout literary works. Imitated.
Okay. I don't.
Check out the big
I
brain on
never.
Brett.
think
I
he
never
done
read
well
it.
with that.
Never saw the play.
I read it
never-
once when I had to.
Nah, I'm a high school
Shakespeare's
dropout.
not
I
one of
don't
those
know
things
shit.
you read for enjoyment.
No.
It's not very fun.
They're like, this is based off Shakespeare. I'm like, good, because I don't want to read Shakespeare.
I'd rather watch this new thing.
Isn't Shakespeare just based off Shakespeare? And that guy's like, it's not even real or
He's not
something?
even a real guy.
It's not a real dude. He just it's like a rip off of a bunch of people.
Yeah.
It's all part of the Matrix.
Well,
Exactly.
still points.
It's like the
Yeah,
ancient
still
rat
points,
pack.
I
Still
guess.
Yeah, he's got it. Yeah.
What, isn't it Iago
Argos.
also the name of the parrot in
it is.
Aladdin?
Yes.
Sure it
So
is.
in my, can I just pretend he said that?
Yeah. I mean, when,
I'm gonna
when you
write
said
that-
Iago, right away, I just
thought
pictured
Gilbert
the parrot in my
Gottfried?
head.
Gilbert Godfrey.
Yes.
Deal with this thing.
Gilbert
Oh
Gottfried
my
is a great
fucking
villain.
lord! Can you just be Gilbert Godfrey for the rest of
Shakespeare
this?
in the park? No, thank you. I'm going back inside.
For those of you who can't see, his eyes are closed.
My
He's sort of
eyes. I've never opened my eyes before. I've never done it. I've never
this
seen
squinty
anything.
motherfucker, dude.
I can see, but I've never seen a thing.
All right. Is it mine?
I think you should probably just tell us what your
Am I
number
just-
their number 2 is as
No, I don't
fucking
think
Gilbert
I can.
Gottfried.
I don't think I can Gilbert Godfrey this one. But all right, maybe no. I
Hey,
can't.
dude,
Number 2 for me is Alien from Spring Breakers, played by James Franco.
Ooh.
Anyone ever seen?
Yes.
It's based on the character or on the rapper Riff
I
Raff.
didn't see him as a villain. I just saw him as a retard.
I thought he was a villain.
I
dude.
thought he
That's
was a
right, I
villain
used that
too.
word.
Check out my shit. Check out my shit. I'm Gilbert Godfrey. I got guns. I got Scarface.
I got bitches in bikinis.
Yeah, dude. I love
Affleck.
dude, Spring Breakers is a sick movie. It's very good.
I didn't see it. So
It-
You would like it. Harmony Korine is the director. He directs some good shit. Gummo. Everybody knows this guy.
Dude, Kids was a classic
Kids.
when I was a kid.
Oh, you got kids?
They didn't want to rent it to me at the movie at the rental place, and my father's like, just let him rent whenever he wants.
Have you seen his new one?
Yeah, with Matt McConaughey.
Jimmy Buffett and Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, that was great. What is that called?
Have you seen him on David
He's
Letterman?
a poet that like lives in the water and shit.
Him on David
Yeah,
Letterman.
no, David Letterman. He's got that whole like. He was on it a couple
David
times.
Letterman don't like him.
No.
Okay, so number 2.
Alien from Spring Breakers, played by
Alright.
James Franco.
All right,
That's my number 2.
number 2.
Hell yeah.
That's it?
Look at my
Wow.
shit.
We've been fucking... Are we really cruising through this, or are we
Yeah,
not?
no,
I
I'm trying
can't
to
even
get
tell
to
right
the
now.
pig roast, motherfuckers.
Oh, I see.
Well,
Yeah,
Steve's got things to do.
yeah, Steve needs to go get roasted.
And I
We'll be back in a
ate the
few.
first pig I stuffed.
We'll be back in a few.
Hey, motherfuckers! This is Fat Steve over at The List is Great. And we're back, and we're gonna get into something. I don't know what it is we're getting into, because they won't tell me, and I'm a little drunk.
A pile of shit.
Oh, yeah.
We're never looking
sweet-
back. We're never looking back.
Sweet pile of shit.
What I really want from everybody before we do our number ones, which will be coming up,
I'm gonna do a number
is
one of my pants.
I still haven't gotten villains from everybody yet.
Villains.
So we're gonna have to do a round of villains.
What does that mean?
It means
You gotta say it when he makes the thing.
yeah, you gotta do.
When he makes the thing go, you gotta say it.
a
You
dramatic.
say villains?
Yeah.
Where have you? What podcast are you on, bro? This guy's over here on the Joe Rogan
Planet-
Experience,
Planet-
fucking talking about aliens. We're getting down to the
Dude, have you
nitty-gritty.
ever given a chip
We're going around.
DMT?
Harry.
Villain! Bad guys!
Okay, that one was everybody, but
Post Malones.
I didn't say villains.
You said bad guys. You said a Billie Eilish song. This guy's listening to Billie Eilish over here.
Villain
Villain
Eilish.
I'm the villain.
Okay, Harry.
duh.
Bad guys!
Post Malones.
It's supposed to be Harry. Why is Steve
is
doing
wrong
it? When I
with
say
Post
Harry, why
Malone?
does Steve
Post
do it?
Malones?
Are you Harry for Halloween? I mean, maybe that'd be kind of spooky.
I'm a little hairy.
I'm a,
I'm a little
All
bit
right.
hairy. I'm a little bit rock and roll.
Hey, he was trying to show me his belly button before, as if there's something cool in there that I could see.
It's a big
I don't
gross
want to
scab.
look in there.
you don't want to.
Lick
It's
it.
the entrance to
I'm
the
the-
labyrinth.
I can
I'm
smell
the
that
villain
cheese.
now.
in
David
here.
Bowie lives in his belly button. It's the entrance to the labyrinth.
Bowie in the button.
Jesus Christ.
Vilbins.
Damn it! So close. Vilbins.
We'll get this right eventually.
Regis Vilbins.
I think the dog's barking at a villain outside the door.
Villain's out there.
He's
There's
like,
someone in the darkness.
who is it?
Vilobos.
All right,
Sheriff Lobo?
this is obviously going nowhere. Nobody
Sheriff
wants
Lobo?
to say
One
villains.
more.
Sheriff Iago?
One more? Wait, you want one more?
Yeah.
What? Okay.
Villains.
Villains.
All right, let's get to number one.
Okay, here it is.
Villains.
Villains. All right, sorry. I'll stop fucking around.
I like the whole.
Wait.
Who likes the holes?
I like the whole.
Oh, Harry does.
Man, that was a good song. The little surf rock, little spooky surf.
I mean,
Surfing spooky?
Surf
spooky
rock,
surfing, dude.
It goes along with Halloween all the time. It's not,
That's some
I mean,
spooky
think
surf.
about it. Like the Munsters. The Munsters had surf rock. For, like,
yeah, very Munsters-ish.
Yeah, she
that
got
was
Mary
great.
Munster
I like
got the tits. Dude.
Whenever I
Real
picture
though.
Dracula, I picture him on a surfboard.
I
Well,
always
he's gotta
think
have.
of Dracula's pajama party.
He's got to have sunglasses
picture a
on. I mean, he
surfboard,
can't
I
even be out in the
picture
sun.
Bowser
Check
on
out
the
the
surf.
sun.
It's nighttime, yeah.
He's probably wearing a
night
full.
surfing.
But what if he's wearing a full wetsuit and like sunglasses and a mask?
Well, yeah.
What if?
It's not always
COVID
warm
Dracula?
out there.
He's social distance,
wearing
too.
yeah, surfing's the best social distancing sport. Kinda.
Shitting my pants. is the
Surfing
best
boo
social
essay.
distancing.
Whoa, I'm scared.
My number one, I went with Negan from Walking Dead, the TV show, not the what do you call it?
Comic. book.
Graphic novel.
Graphic novel is the. Yeah, thank you, Steve. That's what I was looking for. Comic book is like.
Well, I think they were actually comic books. The Walking
Yes.
Dead were
Well,
comic books.
I used to have a bunch of
Yeah,
them.
but they staple them all together and they're like,
Well,
it's
yeah,
a
but that
graphic
wasn't
novel
like
now.
a graphic novel.
Yeah, you know what I'd say? I'd say, how much for these comic books?
Yeah.
And they say, no, sorry, that's graphic novel.
And
No,
then you go
they were
somewhere
comic
else and
books.
buy it.
I mean,
What?
I see like a collection of comics in one big thick book, and
Sure.
I feel like that's considered a graphic novel,
does
right?
not a graphic novel make.
I don't know.
Who am I now?
So what's Negan all about, man?
So what, you haven't
Baseball
seen Walking
bats.
Dead at
No,
all?
I've never walked with the dead myself.
Okay,
Me neither.
so just a little
Put
bit,
dead
I guess.
bugs in my pockets.
is,
Does that count?
Yes.
So Negan is the leader of this group called the Saviors, which is
I
kind
don't
of
like
like.
the sound of them already.
Well, see, here's
Sound like a bunch of god boys.
yeah, but not.
I want to hear what he has to say. Shut
Yeah.
up.
So let me see where to really start with this. You don't actually get to meet Negan until like the end of season 6 of The Walking Dead, but they're fighting. Like the main group in the show are fighting the Saviors throughout. I think it's all of like season 6 or whatever. And the name keeps coming up, and they're like, they don't know who Negan is.
And they kind of build it up like you don't know who it is. Yeah.
And then the final episode of this
Oh, I know this.
season is really fucked. It's like one of the most disturbing things.
He gets
I
really
think
mad
that
at the dude
the
'cause he
point that at
Made
the,
a mud pie and had too small a slice.
What?
No, never mind. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We're gonna have a different show together altogether.
Same
my man.
guy,
Not
though.
bad.
Yeah, is it? I don't know. But so anyway, so they get to the
Pissed
final
him off
episode
so
of
bad.
season 6 of Walking Dead, and this is where you meet Negan. And they've heard of this person, and everybody's like, "I'm Negan, I'm Negan," and they're like, "What? Like who's
Bunch of fucking Negans.
like everybody's Negan?" They're like, but he's got a brutal introduction. He makes Rick Grimes the main character, and like all the people in his group get down on their knees. He finds them, and they're just like, they're surrounded. They can't do anything, and he's basically just there, threatening. He makes them all get down on their knees. He says that he's like, I own you now because you killed, he killed a bunch of their
guy.
men, a bunch of the Saviors. They like got to one of the houses that had a bunch of weapons and stuff. They slaughtered all these Saviors. And so Rick Grimes' group is like feeling like they're on top of the world, but they're not.
Yeah, they're on their knees.
And
dude.
here they are on their knees.
There's two
and,
types of people in this world.
Yeah. And so he's like, yep, I own you now, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, you got to be punished. I'm not just going to let you get away with this. He's like, you're going to work for me now, but you need to be punished. And he's like, one of you has got to fucking die. And they're all like, everybody's a main character, a very important character so far in this entire story. And
Only one of them's retiring today.
yeah. So it was just like that whole thing was fucking, the introduction was crazy because he does an eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And like in the series, they don't show you who he picks. You just hear a bunch of screaming and you hear like, he's got this bat named Lucille, which is
Yeah.
covered in barbed wire. And all you hear is the sound of the bat like crushing somebody's skull over and over and like blood
I've heard
splattering.
that
and
sound
it's
in
just
real
like,
life.
What the fuck? And it's like, what is,
Sounds scary.
Who
so
plays-
then
who
like
plays this character
you
in
find
the show?
out that it's spoiler that it's this character Glenn, and he
Never liked that
Mud
name.
by Glenn.
and Glenn actually was going to be a father, but he
Now he's just gonna be worm
now he's
food.
just dead, and Negan gets a kick out of this. He's like, you know, he's trying to prove to everybody. It almost goes back to that same whole Bill the Butcher thing. Like, you do something terrible to somebody in front of people, and like they're like, "Don't mess with that guy. Fuck that. This is going to be the same end for all of us."
It's called shock and awe.
He laughs. He tells the story eventually about how like when he hits him, his eyes like pop out and shit, and like it's just fucking
dude,
like.
You're giving me a stiffy. Stop.
I figured you'd get
All right,
excited.
so that's your number.
But well, yeah, no,
let's
he's
keep
totally
going.
he's sinister. He's a super charismatic person. He's a leader, which is why it's so fucked up and scary because he gets people behind him, mostly through fear.
I gotta ask.
He's super violent, very intelligent. He's always a step ahead.
Before we move on, I gotta ask: did you see the Saturday Night Live parody of it with Dave Chappelle? And it's all of Dave Chappelle's best characters.
Oh yeah, no, I did. I don't.
It's like real
Pretty
good,
funny.
dude.
Oh, it's Jeffrey Dean Morgan, dude, the comedian.
The comedian.
Yeah, the comedian.
Fuck yeah.
Not a comedian,
He
but
is
the
also.
comedian.
That's
what's
plays.
his
He's
name?
so good as
I
this
like that
character.
actor. He's
It's
great.
He's
Bruce
another.
Wayne's
He's like
father.
Anton Chigurh. He looks like a weird version of Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah. All right.
So that's my number one.
Nice,
Good
nice.
one.
Excellent choice.
I'm gonna clap from number one from now on.
Okay. Yay.
I
brings
almost
it on.
put the
Steve
comedian.
Rohan is up for his.
That
Yeah.
brings it on over to Fat
Number one.
Steve. And my character, I believe I've brought him up on other lists for other reasons. And I kind of got like a man crush on this particular character. Not the actor, but the character. My favorite fucking villain of all time. I don't even know if he's a villain, but he's pretty villainous. Is Lorne Malvo from Fargo. He's kind of like the version. He's kind of like Anton Chigurh. He's just a ruthless fucking killer. But like he turns
Not the movie Fargo, the TV
the
show.
TV show Fargo, particularly season 1. He is the bad guy. He's played by Billy Bob Thornton. And
It's pretty
he's
bad.
fucking wonderful. He turns other people evil. Like
Yeah.
like was it Frodo? Who's the guy?
Bilbo.
Bilbo. It's Bilbo from Lord of the Rings, and he's like a little pissant asshole. And a couple of conversations with Lorne Malvo, and he fucking kills his wife with a hammer.
Only a couple
Like,
conversations.
It's so fucked up, but like he's
Oh, did
he,
was
he
it
has,
second breakfast when they're having these conversations?
he has
Or first?
it was it was
It-
brec-
it
it
is
was
in
it was a
Minnesota.
breakfast where he has the conversation where he says my favorite line ever, and I'll never forget. I'm gonna get it tattooed on my
say
fucking
it,
head.
Can you say it in Gilbert Gottfried's
He
voice?
says to him, he says, you know what your problem is you're living like there's rules and there's not. And he goes in this whole big speech about how like we're all just essentially gorillas and we need to fucking like do whatever.
Yeah.
That motherfucker kills every single motherfucker that comes
You know what
across
your
him.
problem is? You're
Except for
looking
Colin
Minnesota-
Hanks.
That's a
looking
good one, Steve. He was terrifying.
feeling
I
Minnesota.
fucking love him.
All right, I don't know if our
Now,
viewers
you
are
gotta
going
see
to
it.
listen
You gotta
to
see it. If you ain't
There's
seen
this
it,
scene where you don't see him for a while, and then he's like, "You blew my cover," and he just kills.
he goes to like the head of his mafia organization. He like works with some mafia thing. He's like a hitman, but like they piss him off, and he just shows up at their headquarters and fucking kills everyone. And you don't get to see it. You just like the camera's panning across the building as he goes from room to room and kills every single
Key and
person
Peele.
up to the top. And then Key
Did
and
they do a
Peele,
parody of it?
No,
Key and
they're
Peele are in it.
Oh, they're there.
They're like the FBI.
They're dead now.
They're like
They're there.
they're
no,
they're
they're
dead
not.
now.
They're-
Rest in
but
peace, guys.
no, I'm Lorne
You're great.
Malvo.
All right, it's a
Lorne
good.
Malvo.
it's
Oh my
a-
God. I get,
Lorne Malvo is a good segue to mine
Lorne Michaels.
because
That motherfucker standing in the background every SNL.
mine is essentially the same character, but mine came first. Is the Joker?
Yeah.
My number one
Joker.
is the Joker.
And which one in particular?
And
Is
which
it just
iteration?
all of
Does it
just
matter?
The character.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, do you want to be Taxi Driver's first baby's day out, or like
Joker was around before Taxi Driver.
nah, but like the new Joker.
Who
like,
cares?
Did
I'm saying
anybody
the
watch
character
Connor
of the Joker.
Connor O'Malley is the best Joker with Marge Simpson wig.
I
Did
really
anyone watch
like.
that? No.
I really like fucking.
You got, but
Jack.
would you say that that's an obvious
That's
point?
the villain.
That's the
He's
villain.
the villain.
Yeah. Yep.
He's the Batman villain, but I mean,
No,
how many
he's-
times have we have
he's the
Batman
villain.
shoved
He's
down a
the
fucking
What
villain.
other villain have they made a movie about?
Yeah.
He's the villain.
He's the villain. When people are like, "Who's playing the Joker?" You're like, "Oh,
Oh, I hope it's that guy from 30 Seconds to Mars.
I want him to be Jack Nicholson again. I
Yeah,
want them
right?
to surprise us with that.
Jack
I want
Nicholson.
Jack Black to be the Joker.
You know who's been the Joker? that
Bust out
did
an
a good-
acoustic guitar.
You know what's a good portrayal of the Joker is Zach Galifianakis in the Batman Lego movie.
Right? That's a good. Oh, he would have been a good live action Joker too.
Yeah,
I
the
wanna watch
Joker
it.
though is such a character. I don't know.
He's the villain.
And
I'm gonna
he's-
say.
He's
I
a
mean-
regular Joker.
Yeah, it's definitely a good one.
Like I don't know,
fucking
just the character
solid.
on a whole.
So,
they haven't made a
Jokers, come out and play.
they haven't made a solo movie about any other villain. They've
No.
done fucking
Yeah.
Suicide Squad, but that doesn't count.
They've made
No.
plenty of movies about Jesus, and he's a villain too.
Are you talking about Oh God, You
See,
Devil, starring George Burns?
Relax. Just fucking relax.
I hate you guys. I hate you fucking Christian cunts.
What does
hang out
Jimmy? What
with
does
your
old
friends.
Jimmy West say about number ones?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, did we not do him?
No, we're
No,
doing him
he's-
right now, bro.
Jiminy.
We'll do every West when they need to be done.
This is a scary one. The Wheelers from Return to Oz.
Yeah, that's
even
pretty
know
good,
that.
man. Those
The
like,
Wheelers?
Squeaky wheels,
That shit was-
creepy faces painted on their helmets, terrorizing a little lost girl and her chicken.
Are they
Any
monkeys?
child of the 80s knows this film and agrees that gives them nightmares.
Yeah,
I'm a child of the '90s.
that movie scared the shit out of me.
I almost
Those
feel
Wheelers
bad.
I went
for-
back and watched it like a couple of years ago.
And
I was
they're
like, this
goofy.
is ridiculous. This is like goofy, but it was so fucking scary as a kid. I remember being
Wheelers-
So
freaked
they're
the
like
fuck out
they're
by
like
that.
Oompa Loompas.
No. Have you ever seen that movie?
No, I haven't seen it.
I don't actually recommend watching it because it's
No,
pretty
I
fucking
probably
bad.
won't.
But
I have it,
Oh, it's
But,
not that
I have it
bad.
on Blu-ray if you want it.
No, thank you.
You'll
I'm gonna
like
take a
it.
pass on that.
Actually, Dorothy would love it.
It's not that bad.
Dorothy from Wizard of Oz.
The Return to Oz? Is that what it was?
Yeah, Return to Oz.
Feruza Balk?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, dude.
That takes
Wheelers.
place in a prison, right?
No.
No,
Oh, that's
she's
a
in
different
an insane
that's a
asylum.
Different Oz altogether. My bad.
This place is awfully clicky.
Different Oz altogether.
And now we're
And
down to the final
me.
number one.
Dude, I got the big
One.
boy.
Final
I got the
number
big
one.
man as my number one. I can't believe no one said this.
I
The
did,
big man,
God.
the breast milk drinking, laser eye burning, motherfucking captain of the seven, the big man, the Homelander. dude.
Homelander.
Homelander's my boy,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
it's so good.
No one had Homelander.
Yeah.
He's the best. He's the most fucked up motherfucker. Drinking that titty milk, burning
Yeah.
everyone with
Talking
his
about
lasers.
Luke Skywalker?
No.
Oh,
Luke
from
Skywalker
The
doesn't drink-
Boys?
Oh, he does drink titty
Oh, I don't
milk.
watch The Boys.
TV show
I
The
haven't seen
Boys.
The Boys.
Oh,
Or the
Homelander is
series The Boys. I should
I'm
say.
missing out on
best,
that.
and I love the turn of like, oh, the Superman Captain America guy is like the most evil motherfucker in the show.
Oh yeah.
He does the most fucked up shit, jerks off over the whole city. Ah!
Yeah.
He's the best.
Uh,
No one else watches The Boys?
I
I do.
do.
No, everybody
Yeah.
but me.
I'm all caught up except the new episode.
Ooh, there was an episode Friday,
It's
so
the
I haven't
final
seen
one.
that one yet.
It's the final
dude.
one.
Oh, it is
Dude.
already. Fuck.
No, it's not even already. There's been a bunch.
Is that all of us?
Well, it's in
They
two
just brought it
seasons.
back. Like
Yeah.
they just brought it back. I feel like. I don't know.
But yeah, I don't
She's
know. I
fucking
think
great.
he's like the best villain. He's
Yeah.
so, and he's so like he makes himself so likable, and they make it so like current events of how he acts and how he like acts with the public.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a good show.
It is, and it really ties into politics and
Do
the
you
current
know
events
the
of,
two guys that are involved in that show? Everyone loves.
who Garth Ennis and
Seth Rogen.
Garth
Seth
Ennis is part of
Rogen.
that?
Garth Ennis.
He
wrote
writes the
comics.
original comics. Yeah, he writes for the.
I
show,
haven't
too.
watched The Boys, and Garth Ennis is involved in that.
Yeah, you silly.
You silly goose.
I'm
You
mess.
silly-
I'm
you
fucking-
silly
Yeah,
goose
take
and
a
moosey.
big take a big swig of breast milk and watch the first episode, man. Jump right in.
Yeah, dude.
It's good stuff. Breast milk.
Titty lactation.
Oh man,
Villains.
Homelander, my favorite. He's
So
number
that
one.
was our full list. We're gonna take
Yeah.
one more break, and
Yeah,
we'll
we
come
are.
back with some honorable
Honorable Mentions.
menciones.
And maybe we'll even decide on a list for next time.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
we
maybe.
will.
It's never gonna be a list again. I'm killing myself, and I'm killing you all first.
The list,
Bang, bang, bang.
Me first.
the
Me
list is
first.
good. The list is good. The list is good. The list is good. The list is great.
We good? Doing it?
You are good.
Who's coming in?
Who's
me?
coming in?
Is it
Who's
me?
coming in? I don't know. Are you coming
Well, hey. This is the list. We're back again. We're all done with our list, but we're gonna have our confusing couple of minutes of honorable mentions, and then we're gonna get the fuck out of here and get drunk as fuck, because that's what we do.
That's what Steve-
Top 5
Speak
Trailer
for
Park Boys.
yourself,
Let's
dude.
go.
I'm gonna go home and study the Bible and get to sleep early.
Because that's what you're supposed to do, right?
That's what good boys do.
Yeah.
I don't like good boys.
Top 5 good boys. Next week's list. All right.
All right, Homelander.
Honorable mentions. You guys want? Anyone want to go first?
I got one.
Go for it.
Willie from The Simpsons, one of the Simpsons Halloween specials.
Groundskeeper Willie?
Groundskeeper Willie, dude.
Groundskeeper
When
Willie.
he's like Freddy Krueger, I think that's one of my favorite
That was
fucking
great.
villains. No
And that's
explanation.
one of my favorite lines, dude. Lousy smart weather.
Lousy-
This calendars, dude.
Don't touch Willie. Good advice.
Good advice. Lousy smart.
All right.
I got him, and my other one is Malcolm McDowell or whatever from Tank
Groundskeeper
Girl.
Willie.
Tank Girl, the bad guy in Tank Girl. Fucking pisser bad guy. Wicked pisser.
Pessa.
Stevie, who do you have for honorable mention?
Oh, okay, there's a couple I wanted to talk about. One I didn't know if I should mention because he's the current president of the United States, but I'll just say it. Biff Tannen from Back to the Future.
Yes.
He's a great villain. I think
Biff,
he's,
it really
he's
is.
one of my
Really
fa-
is.
He's one of my favorite villains of all time.
And
I thought about
He
that.
almost
one,
made
too.
my list. But
Well, those are your
Helps
favorite
Macaulay
movies.
Culkin,
yeah, Back to the Future
They
is my
really
favorite
are.
movie of all time.
Stevie always talks about Back to the Future.
Yeah, some of these I didn't want to put on my list because we've talked about the movies a lot
But,
before, but like
yeah.
Agent Smith is
Agent-
an awesome bad
that's
guy.
a
great
in The
movie.
Matrix.
Yeah.
Darth Vader I had on my honorable mentions, ran
Yeah.
the flag.
Little
only-
Bill.
Metal Bill?
No, Little Bill from Unforgiven.
Wait,
Great
Metal
villain.
Bill right over here? He's a good villain.
Or, yeah.
And,
Metal Bill
okay,
is-
one I wanted to talk about real
Or
quick.
Kill Bill Bill?
Oh, Kill Bill Bill is good Bill.
Yeah.
Kill
Top
Bill-
5 bills next week.
Top 5
Top
Bill.
five.
Top 5
bills.
bills.
The dollar bill.
Number 4, my heating bill. All right, I had one I wanted to talk about
Platypus?
from Dark, from Netflix's Dark, Adam. Adam is a crazy villain.
Which
And
one
it
is Adam?
turns
I'm
out
about 5 episodes in, so
Adam,
I don't know.
you're
Well,
not at Adam
because
yet.
because he's also the hero.
Exactly. He's all. Well, I don't want to spoil anything, but
We just
Oh,
did.
right.
No,
I just
don't,
did.
because I'm watching it still.
But okay, also
I'm
though,
trying.
but what you said about Darth Vader, I feel like Adam is very Darth Vader-esque
Sure.
because he has the whole backstory of starting out as a good guy,
Sorry.
and then
Yeah.
where does he lead? And they frame him in certain shots. They frame him as Darth Vader with like the hood coming
think
up
so?
and the burned skin.
Well, Darth Vader is iconic.
Steve's taking a picture of me trying to mimic what Adam looks like from Dark.
All right.
It's.
I'm not
I
getting
love
this.
what is that? Gesticulating.
I'm just
I have
gesticulating all over everyone.
Two honorable mentions that I almost made my list was
Throw 'em up, dude.
The Wicked Witch of the West.
Wiggy Wiggy Wild Wild West. Jim West, Desperados.
No, just the Wicked Witch of the West.
Yeah.
Wild Wild. Wicked Wild
I don't know,
Witch of
Danny
the West.
McBride, and this is the end.
That's
Like
a good
she's
one.
pretty scary, huh?
Yeah, I'm scared right now.
And Sabretooth.
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 Which Sabretooth,
Mono-
though? Like
that's an honorable
Sabretooth
mention.
from X-Men #1 or Sabretooth played by Lee Schreiber?
Any of them. Sabretooth's real scary. to
Fair
me.
enough, fair enough.
Oh, and another one. What about Frank Booth? I thought you were gonna have that on your list.
No, I'm not a big fan of that whole shit. But
No good?
Frank
Frank
Booth's
Booth?
good. He's good.
From Blue Velvet.
Don't you fucking
Don't
look
know.
at me.
PBR.
Don't you fucking look at me! PBR!
He's got some good lines.
PBR.
Dennis Hopper.
Yeah. Oh my God. If we could play a sample, the PBR
That's the one to
sample
play.
is real good.
Top 5 samples next week.
We'll show you. Look
I
it
don't,
up.
I
By the
don't
way.
really have any samples. I mean, I have shit
No, we
like
can't sample
Someone
things
will
from movies,
like
right?
audibly groan when I take it out.
that's all I have for samples.
They always
Someone will
ought to be
audibly
grown when I take it
I
out.
take it out.
Like I don't know
Story
what's
of
in
my
there, but
life.
you're right.
I
There
heard
could
of
be
a Harvey
semen.
Wall-
I don't know.
Top 5 samples next week. Nick's gonna
Top
kill
5
it, dude.
samples.
Oh man.
I
Well,
like
that's
the
all my
holes.
mentions, man.
That's
I don't know.
honorable mentions.
They're
Is
pretty
that it? Is that
honorable.
all we got?
I think that's all we got.
Is it time to get drunk?
I think
Yeah,
what you
go
haven't
eat
been
your
drinking
pig.
this
Go
entire
eat your pig
time.
meat.
I mean, come on.
I got a mountain of meat to
Go
eat.
eat your pig meat.
Top 5 pigs.
Top 5 pigs.
Oh,
Pig in the city.
Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte's Web.
That
Some
was
pig.
Wilbur.
That was some
Wilbur?
pig.
Wasn't it Wilbur?
Mike
What's his name
from
of-
fucking
Wilbur.
Better Call Saul.
Another.
That was a joke. Oh, Wiggum, dude. I like being called a pig. The way I look like a pig and all, it hurts my feelings. We need more Simpsons references. Come
Top
on,
5
guys.
Simpsons references.
Top 5.
Top 5 Simpsons references. Yeah, I'm gonna have a fucking
Top
aneurysm
5
on
people
that.
that make Simpsons references.
You don't win. You don't win friends with salad. You don't win friends with salad. Fuck. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. I'm done.
That
Fuck
name
me.
again is
What the fuck
Mr.
me?
Plow.
Thanks for tuning in, folks.
Thanks for everything.
Oh,
Hey,
for the
you guys,
memories.
you guys want to be our next,
next
other
guest?
person? Why don't you email us or message us or comment? But you got to be good, dude. We're not just gonna let some
Yeah,
asshole
slide into those
fucking give us
DMs
a
with your
list.
bring those lists
Yeah,
and
s-
slide them into our DMs.
Send you can either hit us up on the Facebook or the Instagram, or you can email us at thelistisgreat@gmail.com.
Yeah.
I believe it's
Yo,
Gmail.
and while you're at it,
The G
you got a
stands
list
for
idea?
kid.
Throw it at us.
Send
Maybe
your
we'll do
lists
it. You
to
don't know.
Elon Musk,
Yeah, I-
care of Jeff Bezos at www.amazon.com.
We're just a bunch of assholes here that don't always have great ideas. So why don't you send us some of your great ideas, and
Top
maybe
5
we'll
ideas.
turn it into
Top 5
a
ideas
list.
next week.
That's it. That's
I'll
what we're
come
doing.
to your fucking house if you don't give me a good idea.
Give me your ideas.
I think that's a great idea.
Oh, number
Me
one, top
coming to
5
the
ideas.
house? I'll be your house guest, motherfucker.
You're at my house right now. I mean,
Yeah, but I'm not your house guest. You know I'm leaving in 5 minutes, so you're safe.
All right. Well, thank you for tuning in to The List is Great
Yep.
for our spooky Halloween
Spectacular.
episode. And I'd just like
I just
to
spooked in my pants.